Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting that cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm pretending with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just sucking my blood, they can love what you count.
All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off and running from Western New York. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another one for Cook. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage. To go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
it's Cook. And he'll go down here at the 16. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They'll run it with Cook. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Here's Cook. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try the right side with Cook. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. A pickup of only 2, and now it's 4th down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Moody knocks it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. McCarthy starting off with a throw. And finds Vele complete. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, and it gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle, instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at 3rd and 7. McCarthy to throw it. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Second down, Allen throwing again. He's got this complete to James Cook. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
When you call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
On 1st down, Allen heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Has it at the back of the end zone, but the throw carries him out of bounds. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. Jukes his way into the clear. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Bills make it a 9-point advantage. It's a James Cook touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Now this kick, I think I might have been able to kick that one. Not good at all. It's out of bounds. Give now to the running back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. trying the right side. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yard. Is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force and the defense wins out.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They give it to him again. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Vikings driving. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's McCarthy to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. It got 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. McCarthy looking to throw. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Back to the air, McCarthy. Able to find Hawkinson. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On the shotgun, McCarthy. Hawkinson reels it in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going. And when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
McCarthy to throw for it. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings make it a one-score game before halftime. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Vikings cut it to a field goal game. Well, Brock Martin, a touchback. This kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st down, they'll run. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
On play action now, McCarthy. He puts some power on a deep one left. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kyer Elam makes the play. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now it's Cook. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They motion a receiver left. Now run by Cook. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He has the first over the middle. Big man's showing up the yards. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we have to talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
This is Cook on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Allen fires out wide, complete. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Slot man motioned over. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss is due. Brings up 2nd and goal. Up the 3-yard line.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Cook will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Got to figure out this third down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Offense up to the line fast. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. But the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hand off to the back. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now it's McCarthy. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted! Oh, no, Rattle, and it's loose! And they scoop it up, time to push for the line! And the Vikings have some new life in the 4th! Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed. They got him the ball back.
1st and 10, here's McCarthy. He's on the move. This throw is caught. And this one doesn't go far.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Second down now, 7 to go. McCarthy throwing here. Touchdown, Minnesota. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings take a 4-point lead. Bass now to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Cook trying this one up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Play action now. Allen. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams breaking the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's stopped after getting this down to about the 44. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
He finds Kincaid. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills losing by 4. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. Here's a give to Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Man, I'm trying to do one of them stupid-ass challenges. I needed 2 touchdowns with Dawkins. And bullshit.
Another one for Cook.
But no.
He's caught behind the line for a loss.
Yeah, I shouldn't have been fucking with it. I forced it on the 1 yard line.
I don't know if
and
it's
threw a
the
pick.
lineman's stance. I don't know if it's I don't know what it is, but after 2
I'm
straight
fucking on
plays
myself,
going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Now to throw.
Huh? Fuck. Catch that bitch. Good shit.
Pass is caught at the 9. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. The throw is caught. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything we could have won. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Has this at the 6. And he's out of bounds up across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Trying to push it deep downfield. And he makes the, wait, no, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here he is to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Handoff headed right. It's Cook. And he will score. And there was no time left. That should clinch the win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Allen looking to throw this. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be second down. Here's McCarthy to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kyer Elam makes the play. And the Bills get it back after making their third first-half interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Throwing deep for the end zone. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. The Clemson rookie has it. And the Vikings make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap.